is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CU for You channel. It is another Matchday preview with Matchday predictions, of course. This weekend it is Carlisle United versus Bristol Rovers in EFL Sky Bet League 1 Matchday 17 action at Brunton Park, Saturday the 11th of November. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and if you're here for the Matchday predictions, do go skip to around 3 minutes and 40 seconds for them. We've got Tuesday night games and of course the Saturday games for you guys. But if you're here for the Carlisle United preview of the Bristol Rovers game, then you're in the right place. And let's get straight into it then by meeting the opposition in Bristol Rovers. They were founded in 1883. Their current manager is Andy Magum, and he is their interim manager. Of course, Joey Barton got sacked a few weeks ago, and that looked quite harsh from the outside. I'm not really sure, of any details and stuff, but they don't seem to be in too bad a form in the league, sort of mid-table area and stuff. So if you're a Bristol fan, let me know your opinions on that. Their stadium is the Memorial Stadium, which holds 12,300. Miles to miles from Stadium is 544 round trip, so safe journey to any Bristol Rovers fans making the trip up to Cumbria this weekend. Last season they finished 17th, and this season they currently sit 15th with 19 points. Bristol Rovers' last 5 league games then was a 3-0 win over Port Vale, a 2-1 defeat to Oxford, a 4-1 defeat to Burton, which is a very interesting result. Obviously Carlisle got a result against Burton. Bristol Rovers won, Stevenage won, and then a 2-1 win over Northampton. So in the last 2 league games they have played 2 teams that have came up with Carlisle in Stevenage and Northampton. 2 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw in their previous 5 games, scoring 8 and conceding 8. In the FA Cup of the weekend they beat Whitby Town 7-2, so they've definitely got goals in them, and they do play Reading this Tuesday night as well at Reading, so that obviously could be a factor going into the game against Saturday, how they set up and everything, depending on the result down there. But yeah, so they've got, it's quite 50-50 with Bristol's form. They score 3 against Port Vale, but then they get beat 4-1 against Burton. So it's hard to tell. In our head-to-head against them, we haven't played them that often. Last time was in the 21-22 season, where of course they got promotion to League 1. But before then it was 2016, and then before 2016 it was 2011. So we haven't played them a lot. For us, I've picked John Mellish to be the player to watch, and for them I've picked Scott Sinclair, because I did not know Scott Sinclair played for Bristol Rovers. Obviously had a very good career in the Premier League and with Celtic, a top player, and I think he's played 7 this season, scored 2, so it could be a real impact for the team against us on Saturday. Now looking at my starting 11, then I've went with Thomas Holley in net, Finn Back, Sam Lavelle, Dan Butworth, John Mellish, Dylan McGeoch, Jack Armour, Owen Moxon, Jordan Gibson, Sean Maguire and Joe Garner. I believe that Jack Armour only had a 1-match suspension, that's why he's in the team. If that is incorrect, then obviously Jack Robinson would just take his place, but I believe Jack Armour was just a 1-match suspension. The bench is pretty much what the bench is. We don't have that many options, so it's Anderson, Robinson, The Blade, Plange, Whelan, Barkley and Edmondson. It's your normal bench that we have week to week. Hopefully Callum Guy's okay. Obviously suffered that injury the weekend against Leighton Torbjorns. I personally wouldn't have played him from the start because I think he needed the rest. So fingers crossed that injury isn't too bad, especially in a midfield position which we don't have a lot of depth with. If you're looking at the weekend, if Moxon or McGeoch has to come off, we haven't got a McCallum on because he's suspended, etc. So yeah, but moving into the matchday predictions then, starting with Tuesday night, I've got Shrewsbury 0, Bolton 2, Wigan 1, Peterborough 1, and I went with a 0-0 between our visitors on Saturday, Bristol Rovers and Reading. On to Saturday's games then, Peterborough 3, Cambridge 0, Bolton 2, Blackpool 2, Carlisle United 0, Bristol Rovers 2, get to that in a minute, Cheltenham 0, Wigan 2, Derby 1, Barnsley 1, Fleetwood 0, Exeter 0, Leyton Orient 0, Oxford 1, Lincoln 3, Port Vale 0, a bit of surprise to some people maybe, Northampton 0, Burton 1, Portsmouth 0, Charlton 0, Shrewsbury 2, Reading 2 and Wycombe Wanderers 1, Stevenage 0. Now going back onto the Carlisle result, I'm just not sure with Carlisle at the minute, especially coming with goals and stuff. I think we struggle in front of goal. Obviously there's quite a lot of positive things going on off the pitch, but on the pitch it's not great. That's not, we're not going to beat around the bush. I think Bristol will have enough to get the 3 points at Brunton Park this weekend. I'd love to be wrong. Do not get me wrong. I'd love to be wrong. But what are your predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here, why not subscribe? And follow my socials at CU4 YouTube. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But thank you so much for watching. I've been CU4, and I'll see you in the next one.